as risk and cyber professionals, we need to be mindful of the evolution of threats that exist out in the ecosystem, whether it's push payment scams, whether it's scams involving consumer directed schemes, and or other e-commerce threats, card present threats. They're constantly evolving, and we need to stay ahead of those. In the near term, we know that fraudsters are working to go around some of those enhanced protocols and technologies that we've deployed across the industry. And you may hear about consumer-facing scams involving not only payments, but also cryptocurrency payments, other investment scams impacting consumers. That's certainly one of the trends. You'll continue to have trends involving e-commerce skimming or online skimming. And then, of course, sophisticated cybercrime groups operating across not only payments, but across the financial industry. But then there's also the things we have to be prepared for in the near future, things like the metaverse, how fraudsters will attempt to, as consumers go into the metaverse and conduct retail purchases or other types of commerce. And then finally, really looking out into the next 10 years, how are advances in artificial intelligence as well as generally quantum computing going to change the very core of some of the standards and controls that we have across the industry. So at Visa, one of the things we're doing is not only focusing on the threats of today, but also planning for what we expect to see for the threats of tomorrow. I think holistically, it will require how the industry, not only within payments, but across the financial sector, is able to not only prepare for, but create forms by which we can share information as new payment channels, new payment flows as we refer to them, not only are brought online, but then also scale. Things like push payments or government to business payments, P2P transactions, government to consumer transactions, all of those types of what we call flows are going to scale and become more prominent. Real-time payments, Visa Direct, push payments are going to be key elements of how that's going to scale. We're going to have to look past some of the historical four-party model elements and really look at how we're going to adapt to new fintechs that are operating in the payment space, adapt to APIs that are connecting different institutions and sharing different information. And one of the ways we can accomplish this is really working across industries or intra-industry to reach across, work with other industry partners and identify ways in which information can be shared, and then work with our government partners to figure out how that can be done, obviously within a regulated way and a positive manner for the consumer. So the cost of living crisis and the expected recession, obviously recognizing that will impact individuals differently, not only within the United Kingdom, but also across Europe. We know that fraudsters are adept to identifying publicly known events, major things like COVID or the pandemic or recession, to target consumers. So whether it's increasing energy rates and or energy bills, coming up with schemes that enable them to target consumers directly. We certainly should expect that and those types of scenarios to occur from a fraud perspective. And then now that we know we can expect it, we can prepare for not only as Visa, but we can prepare for as an industry for fraudsters to move and target consumers when they do shift their tactics.